what's going on here, folks? I'm so sorry, but I'm having technical difficulties. Hey, yeah, so just bear with me if you can hear me. I don't really know. I wanna start my show. Which way do I go? This thing's not popping up. I say, so what's up? I guess I am live. I guess so. I don't know. Let me turn on my speaker and see if I can hear myself. I cannot. I guess I'm not live. Am I live? I don't know. Someone chatting the thing. No, it's not on there for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, he's live now on a different thing, and I'm gonna have to mute that. Hey! Look at that, that was me, and my terrible voice. I apologize to thee. I have no choice, I was born with it, you see. Ho 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 ho. I hope everybody's in the other chat. We're gonna have to go figure out that. Let me go back to that stream. Nobody can find this dream of mine. I don't know where it is. The night before Christmas it is. Oops, this page can't be open. Oops, this page can't be open. Alright. Seems like we're having a little snafu, is that what they call it? I don't know. I'm trying to do a who's a whatsy. Let's see if this works here. And we'll see if we're live. And I'm not in the right chat room. Alright. That's the fun part of this, folks. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's try this again now. It says we're streaming. We're on the thing. Let's get this show going. Let's see if we can get something up on the screen. You know what I mean? You guys came here for something. This is terrible. I apologize. I really do not. I'm just joking. Oh no. Don't even tell me I just lost my tabs with all my music. Oh no. Alright, well. Hey, oh, wait. Hold up. Wait. Alright, this isn't coming on. Is this coming on live? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Hey, we're live. Alright. We got that part ready, folks. Here we go. Let me give you some music to start out. Let's do it. Friday night. Come on. Yeah. What just happened? Okay, one of those shows, folks. One of those shows. Look at the Wheel of Mystery. Let that sink in. God, it's Friday! Hi-yo! Is that too loud? Probably. What's up, people? Random Rick live for ya Friday night, May. Oh my God, what is it? It's May 8th, 2020. Waiting all day for my cold brew. take the sip of whatever you drink and let's celebrate. Another day alive. Did I mention we have the Whale of Mystery in the house? Let that sink in. Because I know it hasn't. I got stuff written down tonight, alright? Oh, what's that? Oh! You have to see that. Alright, I got nothing written on that clipboard, but I was gonna pretend I did. But I can't lie to you, the audience. Oh. Let's send this out to Facebook. Let them know we're live, and I sent out the wrong link before, but it's not even on the right one. Let's see. I don't know what's going on, folks. If we're live somewhere on Facebook's, but it's not bringing me up in the studio, so God bless. Oh, I want to make sure we got everything right here before we start spinning the wheel. Oh, hey-oh! I might have something here. Hold on. Pop out chat. Oh yeah, pop it out. Come on. Chat is disabled. What? Ew. Alright, I'm sorry. That's unprofessional. What do you want me to do? Let me go back to, Hey, listen. We've done 17 shows. This is episode 18. I've done 17 without any problems. Well, not, you know what I mean, at the beginning. So all I gotta do really is go to my studio. Just work with me here, folks. You know what I mean? The wheel's coming out. It's Friday. You got nothing else to do. You can't go out still. Like if you're in Boston listening, you can't go out. So don't even give me that. I'm sitting over like, I set up my desk now so I can be in the middle of it. And, oh, hey, look at this. I can go there. I can go there. No. I want to go there. How do I do it? Oh, I don't know. That's part of learning, folks. You know what I mean? I'm not a professional. I come here to hang out, and hopefully you can come here and hang out too, but I don't know how to see on my screen if it is, so I can't share it with anybody. I got a good connection. I got one viewer, which is me on my tablet. It's public. We're live now. Streaming software. What if I hit it? The current resolution. I can't read the, which is not optimal. Alright, so what do I do? How do I do this? What do I do? Alright, how do I optimize it? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Unless, no. Stream health? No, I don't know why. Enable DVR? I don't know what that, I don't know what any of this means. I'm so sorry. I should be learning everything. Alright. We already lost a viewer. Oh, hey, we got 3 watching. What's going on, guys? I had a little hiccup here with the Wheel of Mystery. Not the Wheel of Mystery, just the streaming software. So I think I got it figured out. Let me just type in the chat room to see if this works. And if it pops up on the live screen. Hey! Alright. We can get this show on the road then, alright? So you know what that means. That means you gotta go back. Ugh. This guy is so unprofessional. What is he doing? How do I go back to my opening song? You know what I mean? That's not my opening song. There we go. Friday night, episode 18, live, coming at you from Massachusetts. Oh, day 50 something. Oh yeah, folks, we've got no light, but we've got the wheel of mystery in the house, in the studio. Sorry, trying to maintain my facade. We already lost a viewer. Thanks though. Stu, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. This Nightmare of a Shell episode 18. Is this thing on? Alright. Well, if you saw the beginning, you noticed that we had technical difficulties, but we're ready to get this thing kicked off with my DJ voice. Yeah. Let me plug in the phone of happiness. And we're going to be calling in our special guest. I hope you can hear me. We're calling in our special guest here. Did you get that cue there, Johnny? Alright, thank you. Move that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey-oh. We're calling in our special guest, Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal. That's right. What random Rick show would be complete without Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal? None? That's fun. That's right, folks. Mr. Michael Roser, who you know from all of our past shows, or most of them anyways, will be here for our inaugural... I can't even say that right. Inaugural... Oh god, I hate words. That was so stupid. Alright, so he's going to be here for our inaugural spin of the Wheel of Mystery. What is the Wheel of Mystery? Everybody's like, whoa, what is that, Rick? What is the Wheel of Mystery? The Wheel of Mystery. Oh, I don't even want to pull it out yet. But we have to. We have to show everybody what the Wheel of Mystery is, because right now it's empty. It's just me and you, Stu. That's alright, buddy. That's all we need, right? Here's the Wheel of Mystery, folks. Right now it's empty because that's part of the Wheel of Mystery. We're gonna fill it up. What will be on the Wheel of Mystery? I had this set up so you should be able to see it pretty good. There we go. Yeah, is that good? So, the Wheel of Mystery, this is it, folks. And you're saying, oh, I just tuned in for that, I just wasted my life for that. No. Every night, we're going to put on one of these wedges. We have 10 wedges. We're going to put one of our topics of discussion, or one of our, what do you call it? What are those things called? Oh my god. A skit? Not a skit, but a segment. Alright, segment, topic. It could be anything. Alright, we have a whole bunch of different things that we discuss here on the Wheel of Mystery show. And anything but sports and politics, I don't go there, so. Alright. We don't go there. We do paranormal stuff, all your UFOs, aliens, cryptids, ghost stories, all that stuff, alright? Humor, comedy, food, cooking, eating, reviews. What else? Current events. Stupid videos. Oh my god, the list goes on. I got lights coming. Did I mention I got lights? That's right, we got lights coming. So every night we write with a marker. Alright. Michael Roser, if you're listening, and just hang on there, buddy. We're coming. We're going to write on a marker. Alright, I just got a whole bag of color markers, so we're going to make this colorful too. But here's one of the first rule of the Wheel of Fortune is every night you have to start with a blank wheel. Alright? And then we fill it in. And I already have some of the things that we're going to be filling in for tonight, but we'll do that once we get Michael on the phone. Alright, and then what we do is of course, you're going to spin the wheel. No, we're just going to look at it and say, wow, that looks stupid. What we're going to do is we spin the wheel. This is what it sounds like. Right? I'm going to get this up close so you can hear it. The mic, here we go. Oh, listen how beautiful that sounds. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. I went out and procured this. It took many months of searching on Amazon. Listen to that. Listen to that click. Oh, it's got the clicks and everything. Alright. Now, whoever spins the wheel, it's going to be me or the guest. Or I could choose the audience. Alright. For tonight, we have Michael Roaster's hand. So anytime he's spinning the wheel, we're going to be using his hand, which is right here. You can see that. I made a nice little art design on my back scratcher. That's his hand. So when he calls in and he spins the wheel, it'll be like that kind of. I tried this earlier and I almost broke it, so I don't want to be too rough, but you get the idea. So Michael Roaster's hand, anytime he calls in and it's his turn to spin, that's it. Now, rule number 3 is after you've already landed on the subject, you can erase the square. You're not going to use that square anymore for the show. Are we going to use all the squares every night on every show? No, because it'll take 15 hours a show. If you want to pay me, I'll come out and do this. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. I wouldn't take anybody. Now, you erase the square, and whoever gets the next turn gets to write on this little empty square an arrow that's going to point to the next square. Alright? So, but if the next square is empty, then that arrow has to go, obviously, like, say this one, you have your arrow pointing here. But this square is now empty, so your arrow has to point to this one that's now full. Alright, so you're not going to ever not have something to land on. Alright, so it's always going to point to something to land on until you run out and there's nothing left. Alright, how much fun is this? Come on. I'm so excited. Oh, I haven't been this excited since I don't even know. Alright, let's call in Michael Roaster. We got to get his official call-in music here. I believe this is it. Oh yeah. I think this is it. Let me get this out of my way for a minute because we're not going to use that just yet. We got to fill in the spots. I got a list of 10 things I think would be pretty good for the first time. The first wheel. Alright, here's the music from his official calling Mr. Michael Roaster music. Let's get him up on the screen there. Hey-o! Alright, let's see if we got that on the screen there. I'm going to push one of these things here. I don't know why that didn't transition, but here you go. Hey, look at that, folks. That's me. Look. That's me right there. Alright. Don't let me lose you, Stu. I can't check the chat room the whole time, but I definitely am trying here. Hold on. You're my biggest fan? I am, Stu. I definitely am. Thank you. Alright. So, let me get on this here Facebooks. We'll be calling him Michael Roaster. I hope he's ready. I haven't had contact with him in a while because he was expecting an earlier call, I'm sure. But, we have technical difficulties, and that's part of it. Let me lower this headset, because every time he calls in, it's like, he's like, yeah, I'm Michael Roaster. Alright, hold on. I just lost my... Listen, I should have a disclaimer at the beginning of the show that I don't guarantee professionalism at any portion of this show. During any portion of this show do I guarantee one smidge of professionalism. Alright, so I got that open. Do we have Mr. Michael Roaster? Where is he? What's that? I see something from him. That hairy man. There he is. Alright, let's hope so. My last message to him was an hour and a half ago. Let's pray that this works, folks. Here it Oh, that's loud.
Done it.
Stop, bitches!
There he is, folks. It worked.
There he is, folks.
If he had that high of a voice, we should be worried.
There he is. All right. What's going on?
So how we doing tonight, Rick? Mr. Random Rick.
I'm
Most
great,
random
you?
show on YouTube.
I'm great, and you?
I'm doing just fantastic, brother.
Keeping it
Very
close.
good.
keeping
We
it
have the
clean.
Wheel of Fortune in studio. Well, Wheel of Mystery, whatever it's called.
It's called the Wheel of Mystery. I mean,
It's the Wheel of Mystery.
Howdy.
Hey, let's win big tonight, folks. Place your bet.
Everybody wins on the Wheel of Mystery. Who do we got there in the background? Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour.
That is my blood. That is my sister,
Illustrious, cooler blood.
who has some big words for you.
Excellent. Tell her I said hello.
And it's not one for
Welcome.
viewers tonight, folks.
To episode
Absolutely.
18. All right, excellent. All right, so we got the wheel in studio. What's going on
Well-
in your life?
Well, let me ask you, how was your day today? What'd you do?
Well, I have the wheel, and I looked at it all morning.
Can I ask you how long it took you to actually put that together? Because I'm curious.
Honestly, maybe like 10 minutes.
That's not bad, dude. That's not bad at all.
I was pretty happy, and it's very like nicely weighted. So, like I drew a little mark on one wedge
Oh,
to see,
nice.
and then spin the wheel, and to see it, if it kept landing on the same thing. But it's evenly weighted, and you never get the same like area twice. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I'm very happy. I got a little stand that I'm using that lines it up perfectly for the camera.
Mhm.
And I also have a list of, I think, 10 good starting wedges. Is that what we'll
Did
call
you
them? Wedges?
so you put categories?
Yeah, I don't want categories though. That's so like lame. I think wedges, like Wedge Antilles from Star Wars.
Okay. Sure.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Hey, this is the first time we've gotten to use this
Exactly.
awesome tool that we've garnered and that you've ordered. So I'm very, very enthusiastic about this.
Oh, I'm so pumped. Did you hear the spinning of it? Hold on, let me.
Oh, that's the coolest sound ever.
Dude, it's the best. Listen,
That's
here
like
we go.
a word to it.
I'm gonna play it for you. Hold on, listen.
Okay. I'll take different people in different countries for 200 Trebek, if you don't mind.
Alright, let me shut this Facebook app, because that thing will mess up your whole life. Let me shut a few
Well,
of
at
these
least the
things
show,
here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so far we're running pretty good on the stream. At the beginning, and just as I said that, the thing turned red. I'm not even joking. Ugh, that's my life. Alright, so anyways, we've got Stu. Stu in the chat room says, Mr. Michael Roser looks like Bob Seger. Yeah, he's...
Bob Seger? Bob Seger? Really? Come on, I'm not that old for
I
God's sake.
said,
Really?
what did I say? The Robinsons. From,
What, Swiss Family Robinsons, or...?
Swiss Family Robinson, yeah.
First.
You're
He needs
Swiss
a hair-
Family. Swiss
he needs a
Family
haircut.
Robinson.
He needs a haircut and a shave to look like anything.
Well, listen, give me a deserted island. Give me a family. I'll make them survive for at least 3 or 4 days. Until we run out of food. Maybe water if we're surrounded by sea. I don't really know. I mean, you gotta put me in the situation, I'd say.
Yeah. Alright. So we got, oh, I think we just start putting these on. I got colored markers, but I'm not doing that tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna have little designs eventually, but the thing is with the wheel, you gotta, I don't know if you heard on the show, but what do you call it?
Hold on 1 second here. I'm trying to pull up the chat.
I'm just gonna mute you while you're doing that, no problem. I'm just gonna reiterate the rules for everybody here at live, which is just one person. But listen, if I'm doing it just for one, that's all we need. Am I on speaker over there? Because if you could shut me off, that'd be great. Off of the speaker. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to get something going here, but If you got, I have one room for one guest on the show tonight. I'm sorry. All the interference is killing it. I do, yes. A young Bob Seger. No, what happened was it started the stream and then ended it, so I started a new one, and you have to go looking for it. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same thumbnail either. It looked like it was a black screen when I checked it out, but I don't know. It's all a mess. That was the first time I've had a technical opening difficulty. What is it? What happened? Oh, we gotta get the music. Yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Yeah.
I had the. Oh no, I lost it though.
Hey, no slamming doors.
Hey, alright. We're just gonna have to mute you there for a minute so you get to a quieter place for us. Just because I'm trying to line up our music for the show here, sorry. Let me get... I don't even know where it is. What was the name? It's the most unprofessional stream on YouTube. Let me see. Hold on. No. I got it. Hold on. It wasn't sneaky. No, that's fine. Let me, you know what? We're gonna go for sneaky background music because I don't want to be holding people up. They've come, thousands of miles to see this. All right. So, what do you think of this? This is gonna one of the choices is gonna be guest choice. So you have a choice in what you want to put on the wheel. But let me first read all of the selection here, so that you know you don't pick the same thing. So we got first one here was gonna be, of course, everyone's favorite, which is dad jokes. One. Alright. 2 is the hat of high hope.
Do you have a hat?
What is that? Did you just ask what is that?
No, I said, do you have a hat?
Oh, I thought you said what is that, because I was going to explain to you.
Oh, please do that.
It's the Duddy hat. Hold on, can you see it on the screen? Hold on, let me get a bigger screen here. Oh, I got a bigger screen set up, folks. Let me get this here. Look at that. Oh my god, this guy. Perfect. Oh. Here's the Duddy hat. Oh my god, you know what I didn't do?
I did it. Don't even say it. I just did it.
I didn't write the little papers to put in the hat.
Oh, Jesus.
But that was alright. For
work well too.
Let me explain what it is anyways. This is going to be the one that's for the paranormal stuff. So anything paranormal topics are going to go into this hat.
By the way, Stu, thank you for, kind of bringing that back, saying a young Bob Seger.
No,
thank
hey,
you. I can accept that a little bit better.
We promote positivity here and in the chat room, and that's beautiful. Thank you.
No, that's great. I love it. Thank you for the input. It's the first time I've ever been equipped. I've got Leonardo DiCaprio. Right? What's that?
At least it's a young one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll take the young one. I mean, I'm only 38, for God's sake, really.
I like that.
Or a hairy Charles Manson. But anyways, this is the hat. And what's going to happen with this hat is you put your little topics. They're all going to be inside of here. The little things. I'll write those out for the next show, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you land on that, the hat of high hope, right, you're going to have to... I'm going to reach into there and pick out.
All right. Sounds good to me.
And then what we're going to do... Excuse me. We're gonna go right to Reddit.
Thank you, Stu. I appreciate that.
That's what we're all about, you know? You come here, you hang out, you make new friends.
You have some fun.
Share common interests. And yeah. You're not entertained at all. Alright, so the next one. That's going to be paranormal topics. So in that hat can be UFO, ghosts, cryptid, Bigfoot, alien, time travel, Montauk, whatever you want. It's going to be all the subjects are going to be already in there. So one of them is going to be.
I mean, I'm not gonna jump, into something too deep here, because I think that it's something that we kind of like address, grab, and then move forward with it, because the wheel has something more on it. We can do obviously the specific shows for different topics, but I do think the wheel is going to be fun if we kind of just touch upon the topics and go forward with it.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad you have some good ideas for it, but that's not how it's going to go. Please leave your ideas. Please email your ideas to Richard Jr.
It's up to you, brother. Believe me. I'm just the passenger in this ride. You're driving.
I know. Just remember that. All right.
You know what? I'll tell you what to remember, okay? Listen. Please, go on. Please.
All right. Now listen. What's going to go on? What we would do with that so that it does... It's kind of like what you're saying. I'm not going to dwell on the subject and delve deep. What we're going to do is we go to a Reddit page or a Wikipedia or something like that, and we type in that subject, and then we're going to pull up the first few things that pop up, and that's it. We're not delving deep. We're going to pop in the first few things that are newer in the the news of that subject. All right?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine with me.
No, yeah.
That works.
I don't want to sit there and then take the whole rest of the show with that one thing.
No, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Or we could save that for last. You know what I mean? And be like, hey, but you can't do it. The wheel determines the show. I can't determine it. The wheel.
Yeah, no, I'm right there.
Is what determines the show. I'm not even. Oh my! This whole time I haven't even had it on the screen. The big screen. Here we go, folks. There we go. All right. I have my whole thing set up. And I've been talking and yapping the whole time. There it is. You'll see it pop up in a second. Alright, so the third category. I like the wedge. A third wedge. There's just one thing, like wedge. Alright, the third wedge is going to be food. And that could be like, it's a review or something you ate recently you want to talk about, or maybe share a recipe or something you want to try or anything. It could be anything about food, alright? So it won't be too hard. Now the fourth one is the guest's choice. The guests.
Well, we do have some guests here tonight. Well, one. Well, I mean, we have people in the chat that can chime in and maybe, give something to implement. Yeah.
Stu, you're actually the first one to join us since we've lost our dear Walt. Who was it? Mal?
Yeah, it's been that long, right? Mal. Yeah.
He was real deep.
Listen, folks, if you're out there in the store, I just want you to keep an eye out. If I can ask you personally, keep an eye out. There's a picture on milk cartons for this guy Mal. Okay, we're looking for him. He was a supporter for so many years.
He was.
Yeah, he really was a staple of this show.
Mm-hmm. He was our first groupie.
Yeah, no, true.
He said he'll be right back. But Stu, all right, Stu, when you come back tonight, my friend, you're going to get to choose what goes on the wheel. All right, but let's listen to all of the things first, like we said, so we don't get all confused. The next, that's guest choice. The guest is you. You're the guest.
Sorry, I was getting caught up in the moment there.
No, you're the guest, and then I have viewer's choice is the next one. So, we have guest choice, which will be you, or whoever's calling in, or whatever. And then viewer's choice. Alright. What did you want, co-host? Co-host choice.
Am I your co-host, or am I just a guest?
You can be whatever you want to be. Whatever makes you...
No, I mean, as soon as I say and declare what I am, you're going to tell me that I'm not.
You're just here, we're talking on this stupid computer, that's what we are.
Come on, this is the best show on YouTube right now.
I know.
This is the hottest show here.
In the category of bad shows, this is the best one. Alright. So, the next one is going to be a favorite of yours, Make Music. I know that's a fan favorite.
Dude, I got a keyboard ready to go. You're going to sing, right?
I will sing. Horribly. Today's the first show I didn't open with a little jingle because of the technical issues.
Okay.
So tomorrow, you get ready for my traditional. I always open with a little jingle I sing before the opening music. All right. The
Wait.
next one is I changed the name of this segment to something nicer, and I call it face art.
Okay.
Yeah. What is that? You said?
I said
Let me
okay. I'm
tell you.
listening. Man. I don't know about it. What is it?
Face art is when I take my paint program, I pull it up.
Oh my God.
All
Here we
right,
go.
and then we load a celebrity's face on there. Anybody, maybe we'll take a viewer's choice or the co-host choice or whoever. We'll put it up there. I have a whole bunch of faces already loaded up. I've scoured the internet for days. And if not, I'll just Google an image. We pull it up there, and then we can make them look funny. We can, give them some missing teeth, put a pirate patch, a scar, stuff like that. Yeah, it's
I
fun.
want an eye patch.
Yeah, Mr. Tom Cruise, you think he's so pretty? Huh? Oh, wait till you see face paint.
Honestly, is Tom Cruise even relevant today? I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah,
all love
dude,
him
he's
as
the man.
an actor, but I mean, in terms of
No,
his,
he's the man,
is
dude.
he really relevant? Or
Hell yeah, he's still out there making the movies.
I mean, I know he's making the movies, but in terms of what he's done
He's
beyond
like the
that,
biggest Hollywood actor of all time, dude. What are you talking about?
you know what?
Well,
I'd
you
rather
live
go
in a
with Jack
bubble, so
Nicholson.
yeah, it's
I'd rather go with Jack
it's
Nicholson. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but Jack Nicholson hasn't been in anything in years. Tom Cruise is like, he still looks 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
He gets younger looking every year. He celebrates like negative birthdays.
It's like great Scientology, I guess. I don't know.
When he starts looking old, then
know.
I'm gonna get nervous. Until then. All right, the next segment is gonna be a review of some sort. That could be cheap chips. It could be something. I have a few things here actually. I could review it in the house. I actually have one. I'm shaking it. I want to try those live on the air. The next one is gonna be impromptu commercial, and like we did with the Wheel of Mystery Junior, we'll do with this. All right. Well, whoever spins the wheel has to come up with the impromptu commercial. So what is an impromptu commercial? Everyone's like, oh, what's an impromptu commercial? Oh, let me tell you. Thanks for asking. Impromptu commercials are commercials that are fake and they're made up on the spot.
That's when you plug
30
people.
seconds to sell a product of something that is in front of you or around you or whatever you want. Alright?
Oh, I'm gonna plug.
Or it doesn't even exist at all. It could be a fake product that you make up. It could be, you can sell anything. Let's just say you can sell anything legal that you want on an impromptu commercial. You have 30 seconds and you must sell the hell out of it. And
Can I
then
ask you a question?
And then you have 30 seconds after of answering questions from the host. So what? Go ahead.
My question to you is, have you ordered your spectacular, most fantastic pocket knife that you can use as a centerpiece? Have you ordered that yet? Because we're waiting.
I did.
Free shipping. Okay, good. I'll go through the inventory. I was hoping that you would. It's one of the hottest products today.
I use that promo code, Daddy.
Jesus.
All right, you ready for the last
segment
for tonight? I don't know what the last segment's gonna be. What is it gonna be? Hey, we have 3 people watching now.
Hey, we got Stu back. Listen, Stu, thank you for joining us. I understand that we're doing what we're doing, and I do appreciate, as well as Rick does, your presence here. So thank you.
Stu, you get to choose one of the categories that go on to the wheel. You get to choose a wedge, if you will. I'm going to write down the ones that we have now, so they will line up.
Yeah, any suggestions? Yeah, please, bring them forward.
Oh, this marker's nice because it writes up like it doesn't. Alright. I'm terrible at writing. Alright, I'm just gonna draw a hat.
Use your left hand.
The hat? Oh, you know what? We gotta come up with another category because we can't use the hat tonight. I didn't break up the little cards. So, we're gonna have to have another category. What do you think? Any ideas? heard?
Well, I mean, I can come up with some categories. You can talk about. Yeah, I mean, God, you can pick anything. Aliens, crop circles. You can
Well, that
talk
would
about.
be for yeah. Why don't we just pick one?
Okay, let's do aliens.
All right.
Let's do alien species specifically.
All right.
I think that's a little bit more honed in, and I think that would, be more interesting for our viewers. Instead of just talking about the general concept of aliens. Because I'll be honest with you, and this is what I said on Rich's show last night. I said, listen, with all the evidence and all the eyewitness testimony and all the abduction stories, I mean, come on. All right, we don't have hard physical evidence in front of us, but at the same time, there's something right there in front of us. You got to use your mind a little bit. You got to use your intellectual, ability to kind of, really garner a perspective on this. I mean, really, it's silly to me now to think that nobody's visited this planet other than, the inhabitants. It's just silly to me. It really is. And I think that a lot of people in this field would probably agree based on what they've known. For example, if Art Bell was still with us, I'm sure he would say something similar. Say, listen, I may not believe, but look at everything in front of us. I think a lot of people are at that point.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things, I was going to ask you to actually talk about this on your show, but I didn't get around to shooting you a text, is that they just discovered that there's hard evidence that water was on Mars. And I don't mean just a little bit here and there. They're talking about oceans on Mars. And this is something that just popped up today. Now, the implications that go behind that are obviously life. Now, me, not to get into a big thing, but just to mention it very quickly, any planet that runs its course and goes through a life cycle as everything else does in nature, why is it so out of the realm of possibilities that at one point Mars did have life and it was flourishing the way the Earth is doing, and maybe something catastrophic happened and then it went down a different path? Why is that so hard to believe? Because we can see that in the microcosmic. Now we're looking at the macrocosmic, which is supposed to reflect the microcosmic.
Yeah.
Why is it so crazy to believe?
No, hey, listen, I think that we took the moon from Mars and drove it all the way over to Earth and then this place.
Well, you want to look at different species that have been here and been there, and the interactions in between. We could talk about this. Look at Richard Hoagland. Go ahead and put that on the wheel. Richard Hoagland. He is a subject in and of himself that we could talk about for a very long time.
Alright, well, we don't want something that would be a whole episode, I don't think, on the wheel.
I'm saying we don't have to talk that way, but we can introduce some of the things that he had mentioned, and discuss them.
That would be cool.
Yeah, sure. I think Richard Hoagland was probably a bigger inspiration to my research than I might even be willing to admit, just because of his affiliation with NASA and what he's found since he left that group. I think he's beyond what you would call a whistleblower. I think he's actually got something very concrete. And we can talk about the moon for hours.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, yeah, I'm going to do a whole show about the moon one day. I think there's a lot of stuff. I found some cool little videos that I can play with, no copyright issues, and then talk about it and theories and what it could be, what it probably is. We'll look at pictures. I want to put it together a whole thing for that one. Have something professional. Well, not professional, but the best. Something.
Organized, yeah.
A lot of stuff for people to take in, a lot of different information. So definitely save all of those thoughts for that. That would be awesome.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So what can we put in this last wedge? We have Stu. If you're still listening, you can choose one of these wedges, buddy. Let me line it up here on the screen.
I'd rather have the viewers do it, but I can give you something if you'd like.
No, we have guest choice and viewer choice. It's two different categories.
All right, so you still have two left. All right, so my choice for the guest choice, I want to talk about the crop circles again.
All right, let me put that on there.
Okay.
Hold on, we gotta. You know what I don't have is a cloth to wipe off the.
Use your sleeve.
Paper towel.
Pretend you're 5 and you got ketchup on your upper lip.
Alright, so you want crop circles. So I'm gonna put crop and then some circles. There we go. Alright, and for aliens, I'm gonna
Hey,
put
as
a
long
little
as you
alien
remember,
head.
we'll be fine.
There's a little alien head. And he comes in peace. This one, he's happy. Alright. So Stu, if you want to choose a circle, buddy, let us know in the comments. This is the one. This is what you got up there so far. Put that right up to the screen so you can read it.
Ooh, Stu with the wild card. Go ahead and put that on there.
Teppy, all right.
Oh, we can talk about that, brother.
Go.
Thank you, Stu.
There we go, Stu. Let me get their viewer's choice. I'm gonna put that
That's a good
opposite
one,
of guest choice so that we have it spread out a little. I'm just gonna write GT because I can't really spell it right. I just dropped the cap and I don't want to lose that because this is. Oh, I'm getting feedback there. I'm getting feedback from your side there. You just did for a minute something. No. Ah, you gotta love technology. Let me just look for this thing real quick. Hold on. I just dropped this cover. I'm down on my knees. I'm like James Brown. I'm begging, please, please. Alright, so we got Go Blacky Teppy up there. I got the cover. We recovered the cover. Oh my god, I'm so fat. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we'll find out if we land on that. We will find out because that's as soon as we look it up. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so we got one more space because we're not doing the Hat of High Hopes tonight. So what do we put? One more space. Alright. There we go. Life after death. There we go. Alright, so that makes the whole wheel. Perfect. Let me see here. Awesome. I think we got it, folks. Check it out. That's it. Can you see this? Oh, you know why? The light's like right on it. Sorry. I just don't. I got light. I'm buying lights for the room. So, like, the whole thing will be lit up now. I'm not going to be in the dark anymore.
No, thank you. Please, thank you. That's probably the one thing I could say. Yep.
We're doing that, but until then, I got this light that shines on me, but it's making it so you can't see the wheel too well.
If you notice when you watch Rich's show, you can see everything. Like, that light is in front of
that's any show on YouTube. Yeah, pretty much. We got lights coming, folks. No problem. Let me get this here. I can't figure this out. Maybe like that? No. Oh, I give up. I'm gonna throw this thing out the window. There's no way to, because it's so white and I have the light. Like, let me see if I can.
We see it okay though. I can't see all the categories.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe because of the screen. Oh, there we go. All right.
There we go. Yeah, angle it. Yeah. Yes.
Hold on. I think like that. Well, I didn't plan this out too well. I thought it looked good. You know why it looked good when I set up? Because it was blank. I was like,
it still looks good now. What are you talking
about? There we
go.
I'm just gonna leave it like that. hopefully that. Let me see. There we go. Alright, hopefully I didn't touch it. No, see, it's hard because I'm trying to watch the delay to see where it lands.
Mhm.
That's the best
Yep.
I can do right now. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
Well, we're not going to have delay for much longer because we're going to fix that.
Well, no, you have a delay. I'll always have a delay because of the broadcasting. Like, they put it through filters and whatever else.
You say you're getting a different computer?
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter too much.
Well, how does Rich do it?
There's still a delay.
I don't see delay when I'm commenting and stuff like that. If there is, I don't catch it. I'm just curious.
If you comment, he won't see it for, like, he'll see it right away, but you won't hear him reply about it for like 10 seconds because there's a delay. There's like always a delay.
I'll have to talk to him. I'm just curious how he's doing that, so.
You'll have to talk to him, alright.
What do you mean? What are you
gonna
laughing
ask
at
him
me
in
for?
his chat room, like, about it, how he's doing his show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does the guy not have an email and knows who I am? I mean, come on. I told you to do this like 4 months ago.
Yeah, alright. I've seen you put so much into this show.
Yeah, I put so much into your show. You're right, I do.
Into it, yeah. Every day I'm getting stuff from you saying, hey, what about this? Yeah, about this? Yeah.
Well, in good news, my brother-in-law got my computer running up on the internet here, which I was having troubles with. And
Good.
tomorrow,
Where's your
I'm going to
headset?
put things together, and I'm going to throw an elbow through the phone at you that hopefully you can catch on the pin. I'm not sure, where your catcher's glove is, but either way, no, I'm just kidding. Listen, no, honestly, he got that thing up and running, so I'm going to do a bunch of work tomorrow and
Awesome.
literally get this up and running. And the last thing I'll need to do is get a headset. That's it.
That's it. Just stop by Walmart,
We'll be
dude,
good.
or
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go.
Or even order it on Amazon. It's like $10.
I was going to go to Target or Walmart tomorrow and pick up a headset.
That's it. On the way home, you boom. 10 minutes, you'll be having a headset.
That's it, baby. We're doing it.
That's
I mean,
all you
listen,
need in
this
your
is
life.
temporary because I have a condenser microphone that I can plug into my system back in Massachusetts, and I can do the professional broadcast the way that Rich does, with the windscreen and everything like that. Comes in clear as crystal. This is something to kind of just hold over in times where I don't have that or I'm traveling.
Yeah.
And I hope to be traveling to different locations and broadcasting the show from the different locations when we can do it. Believe me, when I get to Montauk, I'm doing a show from Montauk.
Oh, nice.
I'll be sitting in the field. I'm doing that.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. This is start.
Very exciting stuff, folks. Check them out. Michael Roser over at Dark Hour Paranormal. There you go. Hit that subscribe button because you never know what's going to come next. Just like
Listen, in the meantime, listen to Random Rick. The best show on YouTube.
No, it's not. Don't lie to them. It's the worst.
They'll figure it out.
I
you know.
take pride in being the worst show on YouTube. Just listen, you know what I mean?
Listen, I really don't think you're the worst show on YouTube, man.
I am.
I really don't.
I want to
I
be.
think. Okay, you want to be? All right, fine. You are. You're terrible. I'm glad to be a part of it.
I want to be. No, I'm up here spinning the wheel, goddammit. Alright, we got
Alright, so
people
when are we
who
gonna
want
do
to see the wheel.
Let's do it.
Alright, here's the spinning of the wheel, folks. And my music. Here we go. I'm gonna spin it a few times because it doesn't, this is a test spin. Here we go, the test spin is what
You
we're
have my hand?
ourselves into. I've got your hand here. I pulled that out
Let me
earlier.
see the.
Oh, you'll see it. As soon as it...
Okay.
I prettied it up a little. You'll see it in the... I'm doing the first spin because it took me hours of engineering feat to build this. Alright, here we go. This is just a test, anyways. Just to give people an idea of what we got to get themselves into. So it's got the clicks. You can hear the clicks. Can you hear the clicks?
I can.
Alright, so...
Sounds legit.
Here we go. Let's do our first Wheel of Mystery Spin on Friday, April, what is it, 8th? Yeah, 2020. Here we go. April, May. Is it May? I don't even know what month it is. Alright, here we go. got face art. Nice.
Oh God! All right, this is you. This is all you.
All right, so I gotta get out my drawing pad. Here it is. Oh, this is fun. I haven't done this since I was a kid. Alright, let me put this over here. I used to, you know where I got this idea? It's from, when I was a kid, I used to draw on my mother or whoever would leave out the newspaper on the kitchen table, and I would sit there and doodle on their faces, like whoever was on the front page. Make them look like a pirate or, you know, whatever. So I got that idea. So let's plug this thing in. A face art. It's gonna take you a few seconds there to see what we're doing.
That's fine.
Let me see. And I have to pull all this stuff out. Let me get a special pen. Alright, so it's all lit up. This is what I'll be drawing on the XP pen.
We'll need graphite. Why do you say that? Out of curiosity. Stu.
What does that mean?
I'm asking.
No, yeah, I'm all nervous now. Uh-oh. What did I do?
No, it sounds fine, but I'm just curious what he's saying. Maybe there's you know, something better we can do.
Oh, maybe for the when it's spinning? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's stopping. It should go a lot longer and then like slowly stop. You know what I mean? I don't like how it like stops fast.
Mhm.
So maybe that's what he needs. I don't know. All right, let me pull up the paint thing if I can. Let me see. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. I gotta get rid of
Hey-o.
this stuff.
That's how I answer the phone now. Bring, bring, hey-o. Hey, how you doing, Michael Roser? This is Michael Roser, right? Yes. We have a debt that we need to collect from you. Hey-o.
Alright, hold on, folks. Hold on. Well, yeah. Alright, ayo! Alright, you're gonna see the white screen coming up on your thing there in just a minute. Now I'm gonna go and pull up, who do we got for a celebrity?
Stu says it doesn't spin freely, which would make sense if you're going to throw some graphite in there. I remember doing that when I was a Boy Scout, and we made these cars that would, you know, fly across certain tracks, and graphite was what we did use to make them go faster. So you know what, Rick? That's a good suggestion right there.
What do you mean it doesn't spin freely?
I mean, from what I'm understanding, it might be a little tight.
No,
But if you get some graphite, throw it in the
if I don't have the little spinner on it, the little whatever that thing is up top, this thing will fly around for an hour. If I don't have that little top part on, that little clicker.
Take the top part off.
Yeah, but you need that so it'll stop eventually. You know what I mean? You want it to have that's what gives it the clicking sound.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I don't have that, then we got no click.
Anyway.
But if I didn't have that on, like when I built this thing yesterday, I didn't have that clicking piece on, and this thing was flying around like an hour. You could spin it, and it would just keep going. So, yeah, it's really nice. It's nicely balanced. It's a nice piece of whatever it's called. But, it's that clicker thing, and there's no. I've tried to get it up higher, so like it would go up more into the wood and be less on the tail. But it's just not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. That's alright. We got our first choice tonight, folks. I'm getting feedback that you already have something else.
I don't have a picture on my screen here, and I keep reloading.
No, what I have up now is the white screen that we're looking at.
Okay.
And we're gonna load something from it, but I just can't figure out how to do it. Oh wait, I got it! Oh, hold on. Where are all my pictures? Oh no. Alright, well, I have some bad news, folks.
Oh.
Yeah, my pictures didn't save for some reason. See, I don't know. Oh. So all I can do is draw. Look, this is what I can't even do anything because I don't have my pictures. It's a very sad day.
Yes.
Let me see. Why isn't it? Alright, well this wasn't planned out the best. There we go. So what do you want me to do? That's what happens. That's the beauty of doing things live.
Yes, Stu. All I see is white too.
I know, I didn't have this. It's not working. I'm gonna shut this off. Alright, we're out of this. I'm sorry. We'll try another one. Next time. Let me see. Let me get everyone back on the screen here. We're coming back. There we go. If you're just joining us, we're here live with the complete failure of the Wheel of Mystery inaugural show.
God.
Oh, God. Alright. So, we're putting that away. You get a shot of my dad bod for a minute. There we go. Alright. Alright, I guess we'll give it another spin. You ready to spin it?
I'm ready to spin it.
We're gonna do. Alright, so we have to. Part of the rule is you have to wipe off the one that we did, which is good because we weren't set up for that. We'll have another. We have tons of categories, folks. So if you have something you want to see up here too, you can always submit it in the comments or whatever you want. Alright, so. I'm gonna do an arrow going to the left for this one. So if you land on that empty spot, now it's an arrow going to the left to pick that one. Alright. So we never have an empty spot, folks. Alright, and let's grab Mr. Michael Roser's hand.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. You can't be with us here in the studio, folks, so I went out and took my back scratcher, and that's his official hand now. It's Mr. Michael Roser's hand. We'll be spinning it live from a remote location far out wherever he is.
I'm glad you explained it. Some people might be confused. I'm just saying.
Right. They'll be like, why is Michael Roser's hand there and he's not? And I'll be like, well, you know. Alright, so you ready to spin that, Mr. Michael Roser? You let us know. You can see it right
ready.
on the screen. You should be able to see it now.
I can see it.
Alright, so let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Spin her up.
Oh! I'm gonna break this thing on my first day. Hold on. Here we go. What do we got? Crop circles!
All right.
Alright, well, since this is your topic, you don't have to go on to Reddit. I mean, I can go and do that, but you obviously know a lot about the subject already, so yeah. Let me get this wheel off of here. There we go. We'll transition to some nice artwork while you're doing that. So yeah, just give us a little rundown on anything you want to discuss about crop circles. No timeline. Go.
Okay. So again, to make something very brief here, that's a broad subject. Let's talk about crop circles in the respect that we've spoken about them before, and that is, are they real? And if they're real, what's the message behind them? So in this category, what I'll very quickly cover is why I believe that a lot of crop circles are real. Not the majority, but a lot of them are real, and why I think they're real. I think that would work, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'll pull up some pictures of crop circles while you're doing that.
All right. So back in 1996, my introduction to crop circles was on Unsolved Mysteries, as a lot of us, were subject to at the time. And I was fascinated by the thought, but I always had the curiosity and wondering why they were doing it. Now, as we were watching these episodes that kind of, tried to at least bring out the phenomenon of crop circles, they weren't coming to anything conclusive, but they were just bringing out the phenomenon itself. there were a few people that said, hey, we make crop circles. And they would show us with their 2x4 boards how they had 2 strings attached on each end, and they would just literally press down with their foot on top of the board, and they would create these paths. Now, my question was always this. Back then, we didn't have an aerial view easily like we do today. For example, I go out to Walmart and I buy a drone. I can see from the sky, and I can see where I'm planning out. So these people were doing these designs without the advent of our modern technology where we could actually see an aerial view. That was impressive to me, to say the least. But, to be honest with you, I said, listen, there's about 75% of what you're telling me is true. I can see how this correlates to the design itself. Maybe it's imperfect in certain ways where other crop circles have really followed a strict regimen of mathematics. Yours does not. But I see your intention. You know, you can kind of pick these things out. Now, as time went on, the crop circles continued to appear. And I think, Rick, you and I talked about this a couple nights ago where we had both seen the same video that essentially there was a craft that just kind of like brushed across the field, and underneath it, within feet, you could see the impressions being made, and it happened very quickly.
Right.
I'm not talking about days. I'm not talking about hours. I'm talking about minutes, where within 15 minutes, an entire crop circle, as we know it, was formed. This one particular farmer who caught this on his property on the surveillance video, and who reviewed it later, really had questions, as I would too, at that time. And to be honest with you, the reason I believe that they are real, to get to the second point, is because there is so much sacred geometry involved in these depictions that it cannot be ignored. That there is significance behind that, if not the actual artistry you see on the field, but the sacred geometry behind that. And what does that tell? Well, the sacred geometry could talk about life, it could talk about DNA, it could talk about the physical aspects of our reality. But they were communicating that. It's almost like a shortcut. It's like alien intervention without actually having intervention. They're like, hey, I know you guys are out drinking tonight and, you know, we had a great meal, but we're going to give you a hint. And they would do that. They're giving us hints to move forward in our progression. And I believe that crop circles are an advent of that progression.
All right, but how do we decipher what they're saying? All I see is a bunch of circles.
You need to understand sacred geometry. You need to understand golden mean spirals, Fibonacci spirals. You need to understand tetrahedrons. You need to understand everything that comes between that. The flower of life itself, that symbol, encompasses everything that we could actually have mathematically in our reality. That one symbol has all the musical notes, has all the interdimensional calculations, it has all the interpretations of natural reality that we know. And that, I think, is the most powerful tool that we have in our reality right now. And that's significant because when we see that pop up in some of these crop circles, along with other supporting geometries, which deal with maybe even birth or death, and anything in between, there's something there that they're trying to tell us, whoever the artist is, maybe it's human, they still are incredibly insightful about what they're saying. But of course, you and I can sit here and say, well, this is all due to interpretation. But the only difference between that perspective and saying it's concrete is saying there's sacred geometry involved in this. That's why I think there's something to stand on, because there's sacred geometry there.
Yeah. I mean, the
You know
man
what I mean?
hours alone to create some of these designs would be, you know, crazy. There's no way.
Even with 4 or 5 people to create some of these designs overnight in the dark, no less.
Right.
Under, you know, a certain auspicion that maybe somebody would pop up out of the, you know, the grass that owned the property. You know, I don't know if, or I'm going to put it this way. When I was much younger, I used to enjoy getting into the culture of hip hop graffiti. And one of the things I noticed when I went out to bomb was that my creativity was imposed by the idea that somebody could creep up and just truncate that at any moment, whether it be a cop or a property owner or whatever. We weren't disrespectful, at least in my coop, where we went, a lot of train tracks and public property. But there was always this thing in the back of your head that said somebody could come up you on a moment. So you'd be sitting there with a spray can and you'd be doing your thing. And the art that you're creating in front of you, you start getting invested in. If you get lost in that, you don't see the three people with badges standing behind you.
Yeah.
I think there's something similar there.
It's like when you're at a kegger in the woods.
Yeah.
And a teenager until.
Minus the creativity, yes, you're right.
All right, yeah, it's definitely a fascinating subject. I would love to go see one in person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even not it doesn't have to be like being made on the spot, but just to walk in it after. It's like, oh, these things are
Well, a
huge.
lot of people talk about the exploration of these designs after the fact, and one of the most major reports that you find coming through is that they feel an energetic differentiation, while they're walking through these things, almost like you're walking through a labyrinth,
Right.
where when you start at the top, you go inward, and your energy kind of spirals within that structure, and then when you reach the middle, it literally releases, and you go into something else. That's significant to me as well, because what would cause that? Magnetics, weather. What would cause that sort of feeling to occur in that one place when you could walk off 50 yards to the right and not feel anything?
Right.
Now, no human artist can make that
No.
that I know of. Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's so elaborate. Some of these are just so elaborate. How could you even do this in like a week? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know. We're talking minutes here. That's
I know.
crazy. Or anybody else can look into it, I'm sure.
The farmer goes to bed and wakes up, and then this big thing's in his field, and he's like, "What the hell?"
I mean, I feel for the farmers because they're losing crops, but there's a message for humanity in there.
Right. Now, why don't they go and do like a grass circle, like out in the field out somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You know, you get
Grass?
those pictures of like vast fields of grass. Like, why isn't there like a grass circle, like out in the middle of a field? Like,
That's a very good question.
yeah. Why is it just in crops?
I think that they're using that as their medium. I don't think that it matters if it's wheat or if it's corn or something else, as long as they can make an impact on the field. This is sort of a low. How do I put this? It's not low consciousness, but it's like one of the preliminary ways of communicating the way that smoke signals are. You know what I mean? It can be universal. Morse code, smoke signals, whatever. Both of those came from different places, but I think they achieved the same end. There's so much in there. There's so much in there we could get into. My mind is racing right now.
No, yeah.
But I'm keeping it simple.
Well, no, I mean, look at it. You could look at it forever and still not know what it is. You know what I mean? Half of these things, like.
Sure, but again, I think that most people can come to their own resolution and derive the personal energy. One of the things I find very fascinating about crop circles is I believe that they are personal. You can look at the crop circle and get something. I'll look at that same crop circle and get something else based on my reflective experience. That, to me, is probably the push up in what we need for humanity and what's coming next, energetically. And that's all I'll say about it for now, because I know we want to move on to other subjects.
Yeah. And also, I just turned the light on brighter, and I just blinded myself. I'm looking for my sunglasses. I'm like racing for them. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't see anything in that light. Dude. Look at, I got full light now in the room. Look at that. We got light. Hey.
Whoa!
I'm lit up, folks. Hello. Oh, what time do we got here, folks?
17
Oh
minutes.
my god. I wanted to go to do a break. If that's all right with you before the next spin,
That's fine.
Stu.
Yep.
Stu, Mr. Stu, our viewer, thanks for keeping watching us tonight. We take a little break, usually around an hour in, but we ran a little late. But that's all right. There's no time limit here. You know what I mean? It's just
We
having
should
fun.
probably discuss what he was talking about too as a suggestion.
Yeah, we're running out of time, so we might do one more spin and then we'll go right to Stu's comment because I wanted to wrap this up before
Sounds
10.
good
I
to
don't
me.
like to go over 2 hours, so let's take our first intermission. I can go refresh my coffee. Everybody refresh their favorite drink, grab a snack. We're gonna come back just a few minutes. I got a video lined up. Let's see here. I got some of the worst UFO videos compiled. Yes, just for you.
Oh my god, you kill me.
Just for you folks.
You know, if you weren't so self-degrading, I'm just saying you could make it.
Hey, listen, you gotta be honest with the people out there. You know what I mean?
Listen, we did this when we were kids, teenagers. All right, where we
love
hated ourselves and stuff. You know, you gotta be beyond that now. You got something good
never.
here. Just revel in it, for God's sake. You got something
I'm
great.
reveling in how terrible this is. Trust me.
No.
I revel in it. You should have heard the first 10 minutes of the show. I reveled. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna rewind it. Don't worry, my kids will
right.
listen to it. Hey, listen, just
Awesome.
before you go, I want to just kind of put this out there. My kids love my radio show, of course. You know, I just played broadcast on them, so they love
nice.
your show.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they love your show. They want to talk about it throughout the day, and they love Rich's show, which I allow them to stay up a little bit too late, but they're sitting there and they listen to it. It's talk radio. I want to get my kids on that, but the fact of the matter is they're into it. They like what we're doing, and that's really cool to me in terms of the next generation that's coming up. Does Jenna know you do radio?
I do YouTube. I don't do radio, but yes.
This is the new radio, though. You got to understand that. This is the new radio. It's not.
This is YouTube. Yeah. I don't do radio. But yeah, she knows.
Does she listen?
No, she can't listen. It's 18 plus.
Yeah, right. Like you have anything in your show to,
Those are the settings that I chose. 18 plus, yes. So she cannot listen.
We don't even swear on your show.
I know. I don't want to swear on the show. That's right. Well, I don't either. This kind of show. All right, we're gonna head a break here. If you could just mute us, or if you want to stay on the mic. And
what are you gonna play for a video right now?
I'm playing the worst UFO videos you've ever seen. I'll be back.
All right.
Thanks for joining, folks. We'll be right back with our intermission.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in a few.
Coming back in just a second here, folks. Give me a second. Listen to some more of this terrible music. Thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna open like a professional losing service. Like, if you want something lost, give it to me. It's guaranteed. Lose it in 5 seconds. My God. I make $1 million first day in business. Oh, I don't know. Where did it go? I don't know. Folks, if you're just joining us, welcome back. That's right, we're live. We got light. Hey, we got light. Friday night, May 8th, 2020. Hello. Can we lower this a little? How's that? Oh, there we go. Hey. All right. Welcome back. You see Native American symbolage. Let me see where. Oh, in the video. Oh, in the crop circles? Is that what you're talking about from earlier? Yes. Good topic for discussion. Oh, can we please slow this? I'm so sorry. Not only do I have the world's worst UFO videos, but I have the world's worst music to accompany it. Alright, let's get back on my other screen. I like my other. There we go. Hey! Alright, so we don't have much more time here, folks. Thanks for joining us once again. Episode 18, The Spinning of the Whale. Stu chose I can't even say it. Go Beckley Tempe. There we go. I said it. He picked that earlier, you know. So what we do here is a live search of that. All right. So we're gonna do a live search of Go Beckley Tempe. How do we spell it? I don't even know. Go Beckley. Hey, there we go. Look at it. This guy's good. Alright. So, the world's first temple? From the Smithsonian. We can go on to these different pages. We'll have all of our different. This light I can deal with. This is like a, this is called study light. So this makes it like easier on your eyes, I guess. It's nice. It's bright. You can see me, and I can't see you. Alright, so let's see here. I'm not sure what happened to our guest. We had Mr. Michael Roser joining us, but I guess he's not on the phone at the moment. So, you know what they say, folks. The show must go on anyways, but we'll take that off there because we don't want to confuse anybody. He's not on the phone. Alright, so what we got here, he wanted to look into Go Beckley. I know I pronounced everything wrong. I'm bad. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Is he on the line? He's not on the line. He left the show. Great. Alright. Hope he said goodbye to everybody. But anyways, let's get on with Go Beckley. Go Beckley. I'm gonna do this. I gotta learn how to start pronouncing things better, right? Ugh, it's terrible. We're not gonna spin the wheel because we have a good topic for the last few minutes of the show here, and that's Go Beckley. I just said it right. Go Beckley Tempe. Tep? Is it Tep? Tepe? Alright. We can go to Wikipedia. They usually have a lot of good info on it, don't they? There it is. It's good old Göbekli. This place, is this the one? Let me see if we can zoom in on this. How do we do that? Hey, look at this professionalism, folks, will ya? Let that sink in. I just did something cool on the show. Hey, alright. So, let us see what we got here. I have to go back to the tab. Can we zoom in on the picture itself? If I can do that, this is gonna. Oh! Look at this. Alright, we gotta get rid of that background music. I apologize. Let's shut this off. We're out of there. We're going to go backly, buddy. Look at this. Alright, we can zoom in and look at around all the whole thing here. Let me, how do I zoom in on like a oh, you have to, alright, so I can pick a spot and zoom in on it. So this is, let me just make sure we're even looking at the right thing. I don't want to be giving out wrong information here. You know what I mean? Alright, that's what it says. This is according to Wikipedia, not me. Alright, not Wikipedia. Alright, so we got Göbekli Tepe Senliurfa. Alright. Alright, so let me see here. Göbekli. I think you just pop on it and then it zooms in. Oh, there we go. What did that do? Hey, how do I drag it though? How do I drag? Let me see. Oh, we can zoom like this. Alright. So here we go. Oh, I want to click out. This is the overall look of it. I want to get a different picture so that we can see not just the man. What just happened? Oh, here we go. It's located in Turkey. All right, there it is. It's Near East. Oh my God, I am the worst. All right, go back, please. All right. Can we get some just images? Google images. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Hey-oo. All right. Is it the world's first temple? I don't know. Let us look. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Professionalism! Alright, well, Smithsonian did a little article saying, is it the world's first temple? You know what? I'm not going to read it right now because I don't know. We want pictures here, folks. We want visuals. And now I'm stuck on an advertisement. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this is. I don't want this. Alright. Alright. Oh, here it is. Alright. So here's a sign pointing the way to Göbekli Tepe. Okay? There's little sheep. Hello, little sheep. Hello. Alright, so then you scroll down. Come on, Smithsonian. Give me some pictures. It's a museum. Oh, I can't read all this right now, folks. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll do a whole show on this, you know? Let me get some pictures, Google. Let me get some pictures. Well, yeah. That's all I want in my life. Some pictures. There we go. Alright. Here's another picture. Oh, wow. Look at that, huh? Can we zoom in on that? No, you can't. You gotta go to the page. I don't want to go to the web page. Oh, there we do. Alright. Look at that. Oh my God, with the cookies. Next time I'll have images put together for you guys. You know what I mean? Like the things that are in the hat of high hopes. Um, like those subjects will all be in there. And then I'll have like, for each subject, I'll have pictures for it, a couple videos, maybe a couple news articles, maybe people, you know, interviews with people. I'm not going to do the interview, but I'm going to have interviews with people, like clips of, experts on the subject or whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever I decide to do. Ew. I've got 5 minutes for what? What do I got 5 minutes for? Uh-oh. Dark Hour Paranormal's in the chat room. There he is. Call me back in. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see if we can call him back in. We've only got 5 minutes to call him. Or else, yeah. Oh, God. Alright, well, let's call him back in. We gotta get his music on. Let me get his music for calling him back in. This is the official calling in Dark Hour. Anytime we call Dark Hour, we play this song here, folks, for you. Just for you. As soon as it starts here, any day now. There we go. Alright, here we go. We got the music up. Now we can call him. We can't, technically we can't call until we have the music. So you have to wait for that every time. But once you hear that music, you know we'll be calling Dark Hour and nobody else. Alright? Hold on. Look at Gobekli Tepe while I call him. I'm not sure why he even hung up in the first place. I don't know. See, now I gotta waste all this time for my audience. If you just stayed on the phone, like any normal guest. Alright, let's see. Let's hit this. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't work, what do you want me to do? It says it's calling. I don't know. It just says it's calling. See, now I got frame rates skipped because of this. It's calling you. Everyone can hear it ringing. I don't know what's going on. We're trying here to call you, but it's not working. You didn't answer. It said, alright. I have no idea. So, anywho, we're not gonna sit here all night trying to call you back in for the last few minutes of the show anyways, but we have got Gobekli Tepe with no good pictures for you. Alright, so what I like to do though is go to the Reddit and I type in the Gobekli Tepe, and they always have a lot of cool information that'll pop right up. We'll have videos, audios, scripts, documents, dialogues, everything in the world. I'm just joking, I have no idea what that is. Gobekli. Come on, I had it before. There it is, boom. There's even a little subreddit, or whatever they call it. Is that what they call it? Subreddit? Alright, here it is, folks. Here it is. Ayo! There's a new podcast debunking false Gobekli Tepe alternative histories. Alright, I don't know what that's about. Here's an interview with archaeologists who worked on Gobekli Tepe. I don't know if I can play that from YouTube's. Let me see. Nope. Oh, maybe. How long is that? I don't know. You really want to see a whole interview? Well, that might actually have some video. I mean, some footage for us to look at. see. If we can even play that, I don't know. Oh, it's an hour long. Yeah, no. See, I don't want to like get you hooked in it and then be like, oh, I gotta go. Yeah. Maybe for another show. You know what I mean? All of these subjects that you guys like and you mention in the thing, we're gonna be doing little. Like if that's something you want to see, I'll do a whole show for it. I'll get videos, I'll get audios, I'll get documents, interview clips, everything. Alright? I'll get that. And then I'll put it together in some kind of thing that says, oh wow, he actually kind of knows what he's doing. He cares about us just a little bit, but he cares. No, I do. I just want to have a fun place. Everybody comes, hangs out. There's different things to do. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But there it is. Göbekli Tepe and the people who built it. There's a whole documentary. I can speak if you want to go see it on YouTube. Let's go look at some more images. Because that's what the viewers want. Here at Random Rick Friday night. Older than Göbekli Tepe. So this place is pretty old. Was it a temple? I don't know. What did people do back then? I don't know. I mean, look at this place. It's magical. How do we get the picture? I just want to look at just the picture. But then you gotta go to the website. I feel like I should be sneaking around. Alright. So this is it. You can get a size of it. With the people here. So you can tell the size of these things. Now I saw a documentary and they were saying this was something with sound. These different things would have, you know, there's a whole bunch of them I guess. Some of them are broken. Of course, there's one broken. Broken. But the sound, it would make a sound or something like that. Or they could get energy in different frequencies and stuff. So what would this be? This is like in the middle. Oh no, this one's over here. So you got two of these. 1, 2. There's a door. There's an entrance. This is not an entrance, but I can't see over here, so I don't know what that is, but so this is the way in, right over here. Or over here. This looks like the way in. Yeah. Maybe no. I think over here. How would you get in here? I'd have to see what this is to even speculate. Or over here too. So I don't know if like this goes at a downward thing. And then over here, looks like that might be a door. I don't know how to. Ayo! Look at that. I'm zooming in, folks. I am zooming in. Oh, I love it. One more. Ayo! Oh, well, we can't zoom in too much. They don't let us. That's a nice picture, though. There's the guy's lunchbox over here. Look, it's like a video game. I wonder if I can, like, grab that as, like, an item. Is that an item? I can put it in my backpack. Hold on, give me that item. I could do that all night. That's fun. Like, grab little stuff. Like, hey, take your hat. Give me a hat. Alright, I'm being stupid. Alright. So look, now we're looking at it closer. See all that? This is the entranceway right here. Boom. It would come down. They would throw you down off this cliff right into here. Your head would smash off of this. From the pain of that, you would stand up and say, oh! And then you would roll down these stairs, these rocks, into the pit of these things, whatever they were. I bet you there was something. Oh, look at it. Come on. Alright, you see these things? Alright, all these rocks. They fell off of those. Look, that's a piece of that rock right there. It's the same width. These are all pieces. No, well, maybe not. That is right there, boom. That's the piece. That piece fell off of one of these. Maybe this corner. Alright. Wow. Who knows what this was used for, man? Come on, look at this. There's other photos of this place, too. I know these aren't the only ones. But this would take like a whole episode we could do. Yeah. Here it is. I remember seeing this. They built this structure over it so you can walk around and see it. So I want to go. That would be nice to check out, which I'll probably never do in my life. There it is. Now somebody was saying these things like form in a circle around the two main ones. They were used as sound or for different frequencies. There's all these different theories because there's different levels here, as you can see, different rings. But yeah, it's very interesting. I'll grab some videos, Stu. Next time you join us. Alright? Next time, Stu. If you want, I'll grab a video that I can do a no copyright video. I'll search for one to play. Just for Stu. That's what I'll even call that segment. Just for Stu. Whatever, Stu gets to choose one topic each show, and I'll find a video to play. The segment will be called Just for Stu. I gotta write that down. So, if you want to join us every night, Stu, I'm trying to go live every night at 8. Set the notification bell because you never know. Sometimes I'll be later than 8 o'clock. Sometimes I won't be 8 o'clock. But just for Stu, like just for you, get it? But you get your own segment now, Stu. How do you like that? Alright? Oh, I think we're gonna wrap it up with the sad music that's now playing. I want to thank everybody for joining me. And my guest, Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal. Had to leave near the end of the show there, but we'll have him back on next time, definitely. We try to get him back in, but you know, technical difficulties. They happen, folks, they happen. But next time we'll have another show for you with Spin the Wheel. We're going to have all new topics. We're going to be able to put up on the wheel at the beginning of the show. The guests get to choose topics. The viewers get to choose topics. I get to choose topics. Everybody in the world gets to choose topics. Alright? So, think of some topics you want up there. Don't choose any one specific paranormal topic because the reason why, the Hat of High Hopes, which is over there, the one that you saw earlier, is going to have all of those. You can choose those individual topics if it's something I forgot, and then I'll throw it in that hat. But I'll have a whole list of like the different, I'll break it down. Aliens, UFOs, Bigfoots, time travel. It's going to be all the, paranormal, unexplained stuff. It's all going to be in one hat. Because I figured there's way too much to put. It would take up, you need 15 wheels, you know what I mean? So if you land on the Hat of High Hopes, boom, we reach in, you pick out a topic, we dive right in. We're pulling up videos. I'm pulling up, I'm gonna build my archive too of videos and pictures and all that stuff, so I'll have them ready. I'm not gonna sit here and search for it. I'm gonna be like, oh, you want to see something about UFOs? Boom. Here's the world's worst UFO videos. Well, that you can see any night that you tune into here, but yeah, that's it for tonight, I think. I'm going to be heading over to Goof On Radio Stream on YouTube. You can find that link in the description. That's where I go over most nights. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Is that Pacific Standard? I don't know. Go check him out. Best chat room. Awesome people. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to my channel. like his channel, like my channel, like Dark Hours videos, like Dark Hours channels, like my videos, like my channels. We still have 41 subscribers. I can't hit that 41, folks. I can't bust to that 40. Can we get a 42, please, before I leave? I've got light now. Look at this. I gave you guys light, and I still can't even get 42 subscribers. What do I have to do for 42? That's my segment. That's what I'm writing down. Hold on. I got another segment. It's going to be called What Do I Have to Do for 42? We got a new segment coming up, folks, and it's going to be every night until I get 42 subscribers called What Do I Have to Do for 42? Or I'm going to come up with an original way to hurt myself until I get 42 subscribers. I'm just joking. I won't hurt myself. But I'll have an original fun thing each time. So thanks again, everyone, to come in episode 18. Please join me for episode 19. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Yeah, I think I am. Is that alright? What? I'm going to do it tomorrow. Yeah. I did 2 hours tonight. Tomorrow night we're coming in strong. I don't know what it's going to be about. The Wheel of Mystery will determine that. Alright, so we have some good departing music while we say goodbye to everyone for the night and head over to Goof On Radio Stream live on YouTube. The link is in the description, so you do not have to even type anything out. You can just click it and you're there. Boom. Say hello in the chat room. All that fun stuff. I want to say thank you to Stu for joining in tonight. Awesome to have you in there. I like to see you in the chat room, chatting away. Sorry that nobody else is really around to chat with you, but we're just starting out here, and, you know, it takes time, my friend. We'll get there. We used to have a guy with us, but we can't find him, so hopefully soon we'll have someone else for you. Alright? So, thanks again, everyone. Have a good night, and we will see you, I think, tomorrow night. Yeah, I should be there tomorrow. You know? I got things beeping and bumping. Alright, let me see. How do I say goodbye on this thing? Can I get a title? We gotta say there. Get there. Thanks for joining me. And that was Michael Roser again with Dark Hour Paranormal. Go check him out. He's got some videos coming up very soon, and you're gonna want to see them. He'll also be in the chat room over at Goof On, I'm pretty sure. That's it. Have a good night. I don't want to end the show, but I have to because I'm tired of sitting in this chair. Alright.